The difficulty comes where teams start crossing in droves. But I think most teams right now on this circle are just kind of in this situation where they have to make it back towards some of the positions they scouted earlier. They have to move away from shooting range, which I think a lot of teams try to get into early on. So Falcons are fairly safe. Whew. Damn, that's some nasty shots from Longs.
A double roll-up as well coming on through. Getso, Roy, Virtus Pro. Actually, it's a triple roll-up, I guess, technically. TJB get a stop in their tracks. They see two teams fighting. They've already managed to take some shots over this way, and Malo is the next to go down to them. Getso, Roy assisted on their roll-up by a big nade as well, coming in through from Duque there. Able to take Virtus Pro down. They were going both ways. A crash onto their position. A knock over towards top, but Falcons Force are staying very healthy. And IWNRX going down to one player here. Just Zedwolf. A potential roll-up from Team Queso as well off in the distance as Zedwolf goes down. Top spot once again. Taken out early. And the roll-up can be rebuffed once more by Falcons Force.
I actually don't mind this. I didn't expect them to go for this, but this is a very aggressive hold on the southern bridge, playing underneath it as well. This is typically a position you want to take if you are heading down towards the bankside, but it certainly can be played earlier. They know that, again, a lot of teams are going to struggle to make those rotates on that northeast side. It's going to be a lot of teams coming from Rozhok.
Over towards Falcons on the south side in the meantime. TJB, yeah, they spotted IHC out on that west edge. Zyol trying to make it work for them, but nades from 676, back up from Triple S as well on the angle. Goes up with the UMP, but in rolls the UAZ, and immediately Triple S puts it to sleep. Just one player now left standing for IHC. Off in the distance, it's Rogue, and he's all the way down the bottom of the hill.
This is one of these situations where you need to have plans going forward on the circles like this, where it gets a little bit tough in the sense that you know some difficult situations are going to come through in the future. We've already seen a fair few teams have those plans being laid out for them. I mean, Na'Vi could switch right back down towards this angle and play up towards Garage. Puncher going down is not ideal. A clean finisher over on those fights. They do not wait around for them to finish. They are quick to the chase, just like this, finding an extra 2 eliminations in the back pocket. Yeah, wonderful stuff right now from TJB. 2 players down though, and it is Triple S and Longs left remaining, but with ST3N going down there for Incilio, now TJB can go for a quick reset.
Another knock over towards 626 as well. TJB, however, that does allow Falcons Force to play on with 2 and be uncontested on their lead from the bridge. They're not in the circle, but they have a little bit more freedom.
With them going down to 2 quite early on, the fact they've been able to remain up and standing with 6 eliminations is good. They're continuing on that chase, which is very nice. Tiamba comes up against Alter Ego, currently in 12th right now. Team Queso did overtake them into 11th place, so Alter Ego not in the strongest of positions, in the bottom 5, at risk of going home here. Alva off in the distance, and that fight is just not being put up by this squad. Looks like it's going to be another low elim game, low point game in general.
But rolling down over Alter Ego. Furia as well, trying to contest this. And again, we're in that stage 5 phase where we're looking at FaZe themselves, right? For that central position, they've been quiet. Now they're going to start to mount an offensive to the rest of the lobby, where you can transition out of just controlling your territory and going away with it. Look, they're already up to 6 eliminations. They were on 1 not 10 seconds ago. A nade over towards Furia as the roll-up over to Tiamba seems to be inevitable here. And that is going to be the last of them going down. Actors FaZe, they're really out in the cold on this one. Sorry, Furia really out in the cold on this one.
A wild crossing to make. You need loads of smokes to make it happen as well. And with Zunda actually finding the first knock over towards Furia, that's good. There is a ton of sightlines available though, so for any team trying to poke up to take shots over towards Furia, they are getting shot at by the other team, so are taking that opportunity for themselves as well. So that's allow Furia to get slightly further into this game. They did lose 1 player for it. FaZe though going for something very aggressive. Big amount of nades been sent across. Good one heads forward over towards Gusta. He steps back in the last moment. The nade explodes in his face, but won't quite take him down.
Look at Mormon on this off angle as well for FaZe. They really just want to choke this fight out, leave Furia in the blue zone, give them no options to play but walk into a wall of nades. And Ventoras actually doesn't even want to wait that long. He's scouting out, he's moving in with the vehicle, trying to get a swipe through. I mean, maybe you pick up a player, but you certainly get information. You know they're all playing here now, and in comes the crash. Do they look towards Getso Roy? I don't think so. I feel like this is the fight that they just have to take. Ventoras is going to try and hound them down, and Mormon's ready to receive. They crash onto the flank of FaZe, and that might be catastrophic for them. They do manage to take the knock, but they're already on their way. The fold back needs to come through from FaZe. Pick your player back up, get him back into the circle, because it is going to be stage 6. That tick down is too harsh. Into the vehicle, can you find the pack away and get back in? Because you might just lose a player for it. Kayovsky wants to spray down and catches both of them.
It's a hella smart play from FaZe. The fact they were able to watch over towards Mormon, they saw that Ventura scouted forward, saw none of them were in vehicles. Then at that moment, as soon as he leaves away, they all make that surprise maneuver off towards the sidelines. Realistically, FaZe thought they had them dead to rights there, but the amount of smokes that were in play for both teams limited either side's sightlines. And I think having a solo off angle there actually really hurts FaZe in that situation. Getso Roy now even having a peek over towards FaZe, who are now down to 2 players, and a game that could have been massively in their favor suddenly is removed from them, and Furia makes one hell of a rotate through no man's land.
TJB with a really big potential game on their hands here, Blank, because they were already up to those 8 limbs. Look at those standings. Currently, Na'Vi, they are dead level. The tiebreaker going to Na'Vi, but the placements for TJB haven't been added on yet. When you consider Nick McGalaxy could be going down here and now, their placements are going to be fairly low. A good opportunity. A roll up from Getso Roy as well to the FaZe compound. They're shredded down to 2. That's going to make it so much harder, but they're going to give it a good go. Nade in. That's not going to be good enough there. Finds one on the flank, and it's Mela to try and strafe across. Takes one, but the rest is all up to Getso Roy.
Yeah, so I lose car on that situation, but yeah, good fight there. Well played on the shotgun with the...
Goodness me. The side swipe over towards Nick the Galaxy. With Ralph down, he can fully engage those big brain gears to try and figure out what to do, but unfortunately, getting off a cliffside where you have full sightlines from a team that just wants to spray you down, wants to take your spot on the tables, you can't outstrap that. It's impossible. You can outsmart so many things, but you can't outsmart a bullet.
You cannot. No, absolutely. Unless you're psychic, in which case maybe you could use your side powers to stop it in midair. But that is not a part of PUBG Mobile. What is part of PUBG Mobile is this hold coming through.
Fully control. Will have to be left in a moment. So a potential difficult maneuver for them once this circle starts to close. This is stage 8. Once this circle closes to its current white circle situation, it will be straight to the middle. And right now, TJB have got the closest to the middle position.
Yeah, I think when you look at TJB, this has sort of been just a masterclass in control on this game. It's been very hard to hold them down. I think they knew the exact angles that teams would be approaching from. They knew the exact fights they needed to take to have more presence on this side of the map. The splits have been pretty damn clean and still having impact towards that end game. It's been very, very nice. And now looking over towards Furia, even been able to pick themselves up a nice little loot crate on the side as well. FAMAS in hand for Flower.
Flower.
Wow.
Keep it a low profile, but the nades, certainly not. As Triple S nails it. Back over towards Furia. The spray down with the FAMAS still there, but the nade again from Triple S is there to seal the deal. 12 elims, likely a 13th found as he gets that flush. Getso Roy trying to mount an offensive now to TJB's position. Really the only thing that could go wrong for them here is taking a knock or two. Maybe Kayovsky can do something in this situation, because we've seen some pretty great things from him over his career. Can he make this one work? Getso Roy trying to keep them at bay and actually vying for the center on this spot. So TJB are going to have to move a little bit more.
I do really appreciate... Kayovsky, go on. Oh yeah, it's triple spray down here. I mean, it is set up so well for him. This could be an easy cleanup.
No,
there you go. That's one. I think that again, there's so many times where you see these situations where I'm just like, you just got to make the play. Just make the play, make it happen. I'm really enjoying the fact that Flower's got the FAMAS and the MG3 and the Ghillie. That's when you know a team trusts you to marshal a lot of these aggressive pushes. Like, just have it all. Just take it all, bro. You can have it. That's yours.
I mean, either that or they just had that many loot drops, right? That they all got at least 2, which is kind of crazy. But TJB definitely putting some faith in him. Let's get so Roy. They get rid of Koyovsky, and now it's a 4 versus 3. TJB definitely with the center, and big nades continue to roll on in. Longs does take some damage, but just a bit far from 676 on that one. To not quite connect. Triple S on the flank, though, lights up the sidelines for Getso Roy. Porsche next to try and leave the driveway, but it's not going to happen. 2 players, 3 players, 1 player more, and it's Getso Roy to fall, and Tongzia Bao with another chicken dinner coming through today. This is how you make a bid for the top 3.